All right, this is our 919 Truth to Sports. Another segment, another interview. You all know this is one of my favorite players, one of our favorite players who used to play for the Colorado Buffs. He started his career at Northwestern State, and then, of course, he ended up with Coach Prime with the Buffs for a while. Now he is a pro with the UFL playing for the DC Defenders. I'd like to say hello to Javon Antonio. How you doing, man?
Good, I'm good, brother. How you doing?
I'm good, man. First of all, congratulations, man, at your accomplishments. Proud of you. Love to see you playing beyond your college years. And, I'm looking forward to seeing you grind and move on to the next level eventually if that's what you want to do.
Oh yeah, that's for sure, for sure. I'm still grinding, so after the season just finished, I got back in the lab. I'm right back to it.
Yeah, I know. I see you working out. So we'll go ahead and get right into it, man. First of all, tell me the process of how you ended up getting drafted or getting selected to the DC Defenders. We know what the NFL does, but you told me something was coming up. You said you had a surprise for us. So tell me what happened after the last time I talked to you.
Basically, I switched my agent first. I went to. But I was just went single by myself, so I was just like talking and moving around and stuff like that. So I went to a couple UFL camps or whatever, and I got interest from like two teams or whatever. But then it kind of just went to like a little dry spell or whatever. So I just went back to the drawing board, went to the lab, just kept working and stuff like that. Then I hit up T.O. and I was telling him what I was going through and stuff like that. And so he was like, "Just stay focused. The opportunity is gonna come." And eventually, I think not Coach Shannon, but the head coach for the DC at the time, he hit up T.O. was like, "This your boy?" And T.O. was like, "Yeah, that's my boy." And basically, so that's how that worked out. So T.O. hit me back. He showed me the screenshot. He called me like, "Hey, bro, it's go time." And basically, it took a while for them to like sign me or whatever, but he's like, "They gonna sign you. Just stay focused and be ready." So when that time came and they signed me in the middle of camp, and they had to cut somebody for me to bring me in. So that's what was taking so long. So when I came in, it was like, make sure you're catching the ball, you're depth in the routes and stuff like that. So when I came in, I see what he cut. And it was a former NFL player too. So I was like, oh snap, I got to come in and do my job. So they cut him for me. So I came in and I just earned my spot. Really, basically, grind out through camp, and season came, and just handle business.
Okay, you talking about Terrell Owens?
Yes.
So you have a tight relationship with Terrell Owens?
Yeah. That's a guy I look up to. I've been looking up to since he was playing in the league as well. So then, because Coach Sanders, Coach Sanders had put me on and whatever, Coach Prime. And basically, when it was one day, Coach Prime was like, "Who your favorite player is?" or whatever, stuff like that. I'm like, "My favorite player, like, what you mean is like receiver?" He's like, "Yeah." I said T.O. Right then, he called T.O. on the spot. He said, I need to do something for me. And, basically, like the next week, T.O. had popped up at practice. I was just like amazed or whatever. So like. That was crazy though. So after that, me and him stayed tight throughout the whole thing. And he basically T.O. was like my mentor throughout my whole career, CU to here and to now. So it was tough.
That is refreshing to hear that guys like T.O. and Coach Sanders don't say things just for the camera. He really made something happen for you as far as getting your relationship with T.O. Then T.O., doing what he could to get you in, help get you into the next level. So how did that? I mean, I see. We on the outside looking in. So how did that really feel to you, knowing? Because I'm a T.O. fan too. I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan. So once that happened, once you were able to call him and meet him in person, man, what did that do to you? Like, how did you feel about that?
Man, it was exciting just to know I got somebody like that in my corner. Like it's like a dream come true. To be honest, he was pulling up to the CU games, like just popping up, like where you at? I'm like, what you mean, where I'm at? So he came to, I think it was Oregon game, my first game back after my injury or whatever. He popped up at that game. I was like, whoa, what's going on? It was him though. Somebody was knocking on my door, and it was him. It was like, you ready? What you doing? He said, you need to be stretching right now. You got a game tomorrow. He like,
Right.
you're right. So it really made me change my whole mindset of football. Like, you got guys like this that's Hall of Famers come and check up on me and stuff like that. So it's just excited. I was excited, but my family was excited. Like, and you got somebody like that behind your back, like rooting for you. So it was like, yeah. Then he came to the UFL game as well. He came to we played against Houston. He came to the UFL game, played against Houston. He popped up. Everybody was excited to see him. He was excited to see everybody. Then like see you, like Jimmy and Zay came to that game too. So it's like a
Really?
yeah.
Why didn't you put that on IG? You should have showed us that.
I posted a picture. It was like numerous pictures. It was like a lot of pictures. I just posted one of them. And like if you look on my IG, it's on there though. But it just
I'm gonna
makes
look now because I followed you all season. I didn't see that picture.
yeah. It's just
'Cause
all of us took a picture together.
you have to, this what you have to remember, Javon. Like you have fans who we, even though you got hurt at CU, we obviously saw your talent to the point. I contacted you to do an interview with you because everybody was hitting my page wanting to know how you were doing. So when
Yeah,
things like that happen, bro, kind of make sure you post a lot of it because we are following you. You
yeah,
know,
yeah, yeah. For
Yes,
sure.
you can't forget that. So we're gonna get you right into your pro career. You finish your collegiate career with 112 receptions, about 1,400 yards, and 12 touchdowns, and that's even with you dealing with injuries. Okay, so congratulations to that. Obviously, I was a fan of yours, and other people was a fan of yours. We know how good you can be. So let's go into your pro career. You got drafted. You got the opportunity. You made it. Okay, so you go into the season. How are you feeling going into the season, knowing that you came into camp late, knowing there are guys in front of you? Like, how did you feel going into the season? Coming out of college, how did you feel?
Uh, to be honest, I was like, I was just ready to be like just to play. Like I've been sitting out for so long, and it's like coming out of college, like oh man, just I'm ready to play. I've watched the NFL season pass by or whatever. I'm like, I ain't been in pass in a couple months. I'm like, I'm not used to
Right.
this. So I'm just thinking in my mind like, what's next? Well, like, do I stop playing ball? Like, what do I do? And in my head, I got a couple of people telling me, you go to trade school. I'm like, man, I got a degree, but I'm like, in my
Right.
head, like, I'm not about to stop playing ball. I know this. If it's for me, it's gonna happen. So
Right.
what I did was I went back to the drawing board. I was like, man, I'm gonna figure something out. And so I was like, I'm just gonna keep playing, keep working out every day, and something's gonna come to me. I'm praying to God every day, like, man, this something gonna happen for me, and
Right.
that's what happened. So by me I kept praying to God and just asking him like just to hear me out and like the next time that comes around, I won't take it for granted. And so when that happened, I knew when I got that phone call, it was over with. It was just
All
all
right.
smiles, and then I knew once I got the opportunity, God was gonna let me like be great at it, whatever I did and stuff like that. And I suffered another injury, and that's in this season that just passed. I had the same injury in the other shoulder, but
You did.
but it wasn't as bad. So I was able to play through it. That's the thing. It just when injuries happen, you got to learn how to play through it though. So that's one thing about telling the youth about football. It's gonna have injuries in the game, but you just got to play through it and learn how to just keep going. Not saying like it was like a minor injury. Like I had a minor injury, so like in Colorado, I felt like it was a major injury because it's like
All right.
I couldn't play to my best ability as I wanted to, and like that was the one thing I could say about Colorado. Like nobody ever seen me play to my top, to like what I'm saying, to the top where I wanted to be at. It's like
Right.
hard. I still played, and Coach Prime was just like helped me push through with that too. So just like, but like after that season happened, just sitting there, just think about everything, man. I felt great just going back into knowing I'm gonna be playing football again and just getting paid for what I do and
Right.
just doing something I love. Football is something I always loved since I was a little boy, man. My mom,
Right.
so like what it was. I was 6 years old when I started playing ball, and
Right.
she just like telling me you can be the one to make it.
Right, right, and you got to remember now. First of all, it's a blessing to play high school ball. It's even more of a blessing to go and play college ball, right? Which is what you did, and to play major college ball is even harder. And now you playing beyond that. So even though you've been through some struggles, man, this you still doing some things that a lot of us athletes, we didn't make it to that level. You know what I'm
But
saying? So keep grinding. Congratulations on that. So you go into your season. The DC Defenders won the championship 58 to 34 over the Michigan Panthers. So congratulations on that. Now tell me, how was that feeling when you won the championship, man? How
man,
was that for you?
it was like a dream come true, man. I never been a part of a championship team ever, so it's like some guys been there that was on that team, and obviously I didn't play that last game with dealing with injuries and stuff like that. But
You went off for a second. He'll be back. He went away for a minute. He'll be back. He'll be back. Testing, testing. He'll be back. Testing, testing. Testing, testing. He'll be back. Testing, testing. Mm, 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 mm. Mm, 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 mm. Let me see. Got to send it to him again. I can hear you. Okay, there we go.
All right, cool.
Okay, it's all good. All right, so we go back over the question again. So, as I just said, the DC Defenders won the championship 58-34 over the Michigan Panthers. Congratulations on winning. And I asked you, what was that feeling for you after winning the UFL championship?
Man, it was a great feeling just knowing that I won a championship. I've never been there before. Never been into my life in any type of championship. And then, so like, I got guys that been in the championship before. Different like Jadon Mickens, he was in a championship before, and basically having him there, and he was like my mentor going through everything as well. So and then I had Cornell Powell. He went to the championship with the Chiefs, and just it was most
Mm,
of the veterans teaching me like this: what you're gonna see in the NFL. This was gonna happen. And it
right,
was like, man, we got the team right here. We gonna go to the championship. They telling me this. I'm like, man, we lost the game already. So I'm like, man, how we gonna go to the championship? He's like, man, just chill, relax. We gonna get there. So the veterans is just pulling me in like, Rook, chill.
right,
So I'm
right,
like.
right,
I'm
right,
like, man, I never been there. I was instantly like, it's like we're gonna go. So I'm like righteous to get there. I want to get there now or whatever stuff like that. So coming up in the last couple games of the season, whatever. The last game it was a wet soak game, or whatever. I kind of
right.
messed up my ankle or whatever in the soak game, so they helped me out in the playoff game and championship game. But just there, being there with those guys was like, man, we in a championship. Like I never been nothing like this before. I'm excited. Then we won the playoff game, so I'm like, oh, we're going to the
Yeah,
championship. When we get
yeah,
to the championship, I'm hyped as I don't know. I feel like I'm on the field right now with those
right,
guys or whatever.
right.
But they was telling me, man, we needed you there because you was there like every moment or whatever. I'm like, man, I feel like I'm in the game right now. I'm telling the boy like, man, look, he gonna do this. He gonna play this coverage. I studied the game, and I know I wasn't playing because I gotta tell him what he gonna see or whatever on the field. So
Right.
basically, I was studying, knowing I wasn't even playing though. It was just exciting. I'm glad I got a ring under my belt now, just in the UFL. Now I'm trying to bring it to the next level with the
Yeah,
NFL.
yeah.
You know.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that. Now, the thing about you all winning, and I'm glad you talked about the last game and the playoffs. Both of you all finished second in your divisions at 6-4. Okay,
Mhm.
you all met up in the championship, but then you all ended up dominating scoring wise that game, and then you went into the championship game and started dominating. So most of your games when the seasons were close. What happened to you all as a team to make y'all take off point wise? Y'all went from being kind of average, even though you all didn't have an average season, but you all just took off scoring wise. Like, what happened?
It was just a click that just happened. Like everybody was just locked in at one time, and then knowing that it's like extra money on the line, extra 17,000 on the line as well. Just like, okay,
Oh,
people
y'all
got
get extra
family.
17,000.
Yeah, another extra. You win a championship, you get to the playoff and championship, extra 17,000. So like, just knowing
Okay,
that, and everybody like, man, they got families to be. Because I'm thinking like, this not everybody on the team now is young. It's people that's like almost 30 years old, and you know what I'm saying, on the team and stuff like that. So they sound like they got families
right,
to feed. I'm clicking.
right,
I'm still young and young minded. So I'm like, okay, these boys been in the league already, you know. Some like
yeah.
these veterans and just telling me like. So I just watched everything just gel together and practice just slowly, day by day, day by day. He was just talking about it and stuff like that. So when we got to the playoff game, I'm watching everything gel together, and the points, everybody was just no drop balls. It was everything. Just it was. It's the team thing that really just connected. Like we might have been fussing in the locker room. You know, our teams we fussing in the locker room. It
Yeah.
was about small things, but it was no fussing. It was everybody had each other back and on to the next game and did the same thing over and over again.
So it was no surprise, after you looked over the season, it was no surprise that the scoring took off like it did. It was no surprise to you.
I mean, the championship game is our quarterback got snubbed away from the MVP. So it's
I
like,
was gonna bring it. I had that in my notes too.
yeah. So basically, we had to do it for him as well. So you know what I'm saying. So we had to show him who the real MVP was.
Right. I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
So explain this to me. What's the difference going from um going from college to the UFL, what was the big difference that you saw as a player?
Really just knowing how to practice, be like knowing really, but Coach Prime already taught us that. But it was basically really seeing it now, just knowing how to go and practice and knowing how to practice as a pro. You got to
Mm.
stay off the ground. It's just small things, the simple things that matter. Just like the technique, you got to have the right technique. All those things matter. Like you might not run as much as you did in college, but you just gotta. It's just the technique, the simple things. You gotta just understand what's going on. You gotta pay more attention. It's not gonna have the coaches out there babyfying you, telling you, you know what I'm saying, this is your route. You gotta know that. You gotta go into practice knowing what you have and just not thinking. And you gotta know what's going on. You gotta know that. You gotta really click with your quarterback and tell him like, hey, let's get some extra reps after practice and stuff like that. So he know you're here for it. You know. So just small things.
You sound you know what you sound like a mature pro, and you sound like you've been studying. That's what you sound like to me.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah. Just
saying?
studying more.
Yeah, I can hear the growth in you. Now for the season, even though you dealt with an injury, you did appear in 9 games. The first game you had 3 catches for 36 yards. The fifth game, 4 catches for 33 yards. The eighth game that you had 3 for 25. So my question is, you also finished fifth on the team in yards. I don't know if you knew that. And you finished fourth in receptions. And your quarterback threw to over 17 different targets, in all. How, because I've seen you play at a high level. How was that, knowing how good you are, that you gotta be patient, because you have a very good quarterback, you have very good receivers, and he's trying to target everybody. Was that frustrating for you at first?
Uh, kind of. I mean, I'm always been a patient guy. You know, at Colorado, I had to be patient as well. So I've been patient. So Colorado taught me a lot. Basically, being patient. They got guys that's just as good as you,
Yep,
and they might have their time might not be now. So you just gotta
that's
wait, be
right.
patient. So that's what I did there. I really was like at first when I first got there, I was like, "Am I gonna play?" But I knew I was. I feel like I'm good enough as these guys too. But my mindset was like these guys have been in the NFL. So what is the
Yep,
coach's mindset thinking? Like, are you gonna play the veterans and let them play, and let the rook just get some touches here and there?
yep,
But some games I came and started, and it was like, okay, cool, all right. So I'm like, this is what it is to be. This is what it feels like to be a pro. And so
right,
I was just being patient the whole time. Then you gotta understand, I had the veterans telling me your time coming. Just when you come get in there, just be ready, catch the ball, next play. So Mick was in my ear the whole time. Jadon Mick was in my ear the whole time. I was with Tom Brady. I played with Tom
right.
Brady. He was telling me I won the championship with Tom Brady. It's like this is how it was. I got in the game. I was ready. I had an out route. I caught it next play. So that's how he had me prepared, like just knowing what's going on. And so I took that and I put it on the field, basically.
Well, I appreciate everything you're going through, because you sound really, really smart when you're playing. Now, once you get into the game, is it hard? And I know it's maybe a dumb question, but I always like to ask players this, especially players of your caliber. Is it hard when you only get 3 passes for the game? Is it hard not to? I'm asking you this too for the kids listening. Is it hard not to complain to the coach when you know how good you are, but coach, I only got 3 catches this game? You know what I'm saying? Is that hard to deal with at certain times?